Well, bills to restrict abortion, toughen up bond laws, and guarantee teachers get paid time off when they have a baby, they have all reached the governor's desk this year. Now, after 6 months in Columbia, South Carolina's legislature has wrapped up most, if not all, of its work for the year. State House reporter Mary Green explains what new laws are on the books and what has not reached the finish line. Also, a look at what it means for next year.
Lawmakers haven't totally closed the door on returning here later this year, depending on what the governor vetoes in the budget. But leaders in the General Assembly say they hope to not have to be back in session until next January. This was the first year of a 2-year legislative session, so any bill that hasn't become law yet can be picked up where it is next year.
We accomplished a lot more than I ever thought we would.
Let's look first at what's now law, or awaiting the governor's signature. He signed a new ban on most abortions after around 6 weeks into a pregnancy, after the state Supreme Court struck down a previous 6-week ban in January. A judge has blocked the enforcement of that new ban for now, with the Supreme Court to take it up later this month. The legislature also passed new laws to repeal South Carolina's Certificate of Need law, making it easier for hospitals and clinics to build and expand, and to split DHEC into 2 new state agencies over public health and environmental services. Lawmakers finalized 2 of their top public safety priorities: to reform South Carolina's bond policies and to criminalize fentanyl trafficking. The governor also signed a new law that hides from public disclosure the identities of drug manufacturers and pharmacies if they provide South Carolina the drugs needed to carry out lethal injections. In education, the General Assembly created a new program to give certain families public dollars to send their children to private schools. Another new law guarantees up to 6 weeks of paid leave for public school employees when they welcome a new child to their family. Lawmakers also finalized the incentives package for Scout Motors to build a plant in Richland County, to provide financial support for kinship caregivers, and to prohibit local bans on tobacco sales while cracking down on those sales to minors.
We addressed a lot of issues this year. We addressed some controversial issues. We addressed some non-controversial issues, but we tackled the main issues that we wanted to address this year, and I'm proud of that.
Other bills have progressed but haven't gotten to the finish line yet. Lawmakers have yet to negotiate a compromise on a bill that's passed both the House and the Senate to restrict what can be taught and discussed in South Carolina schools. Awaiting a debate in the Senate are bills to enact a hate crimes law in South Carolina to allow people to carry loaded concealed guns without a permit or training, and to legalize medical marijuana. House members have control over a Senate-passed bill to ban citizens of foreign adversaries like China and Russia from owning property in South Carolina. A major priority of Governor McMaster to impose tighter penalties on people who illegally possess guns fell short this year, to the governor's disappointment. Leaders in both chambers say they expect to try again to get it done next year. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
Also awaiting the governor's signature, the state's nearly $14 billion budget plan. It includes raises for state workers and state law enforcement, as well as an increase to the minimum salary for public school teachers.